cadets of St.Joseph High School and the Quarterfinals Falcons. And now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for St.Joseph, a junior, number 0, Renee Hahn. A junior, number 4, Steve Dean. A junior, number 10, Bailey Carson. A junior, number 15, Erica Stevens. And a junior, number 23, Kirsty Rodriguez. The head coach of St.Joseph High School is Chris Ludlowe. And now the starting lineup for Fairfield Ludlowe. A sophomore, number 25, Valley Summer. A sophomore, number 34, Madison Roman. A senior, number 10, Juliet Winchell. A senior, number 15, Laura Hearn. And a senior, number 11, Emma Sorrell. The head coach of Ludlowe High School is Sarah Kinsley. The officials for this afternoon's game is Mr. King Fox, Mr. Larry Langhorn, and Mr. Walt Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'd ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Win and advance. That is the theme of this gorgeous Saturday afternoon in March as we welcome you to the 2021 FCIAC Girls Basketball Quarterfinals live on the Falcon Sports Network. Aiden Blank, great to be joined by Scott Torello. And Scott, only 2 or 3 more of these left if Ludlowe can win a trip to the semifinals, and this might be the best matchup on paper, at least, in these quarterfinals so far.
Absolutely, Aiden. The fun is over. It's go time now. These last 3 games are all going to be very difficult. But Ludlowe has the talent to win all 3 of them. That's the fun part, right? So this is going to be a fun ride. Just as you mentioned, 2 or 3 games. Aiden, I'm here for 3. So let's get this done.
The Falcons dressed in their home whites, moving left to right across your laptop, or however you may be joining us this afternoon. Both of these benches are very much into it. This is the loudest this gym will be all season long. The tip out of bounds off the hands of Heron. And the cadets start with the basketball. They're moving from right to left in their away, I would call that maroon and white. Maroon with a little bit of white trim, yellow St. Joseph across the front. They start offensively. The big advantage they're going to have today, Scott, is the size. If Ludlowe can stop them inside, that's a very big plus.
Yeah, no doubt. This St. Joe's team is big, right? You see it right away. It's an interesting matchup for Ludlowe. Callie, normally guarding a guard, is guarding Danae, who I would consider a forward at a minimum.
Ball out of bounds. Both of these teams still trying to feel each other out just about 30 seconds in.
Aiden, that is a huge start to the game in there. They just called the foul on Madison 23 seconds into the game. The one downside we've seen so far this year is Madison being in foul trouble.
That's Roman's first. Cadets will try to work that a little bit. Pivoting in the lane, a block. Ball is loose. Tracked down by Carson, and the Cadets reset their offense with 7:20 left. Just warming things up, still scoreless in the FCIAC quarterfinals. Controlled by Rudini to the low block. Entry inside, up and off from Hines.
Yeah, good defense right there by Madison. You could tell they were kind of sizing her up, Aiden, seeing if they can get her out of there. Trust me, Linwell knows just how talented she is. Great give and go right there, Aiden. Beautiful backdoor from Laura. What a find.
Heron was such a big part of that regular season win. That is the now reason why this game is here and not at St. Joe's. Heron was such a big part of that early season victory because of her three-point shooting. And early on, she's dominating the boards.
Yeah, she's an X factor, Aiden. If she plays well today, I think this is squarely advantage Ludlowe.
3-0 with inside 7 minutes to play. Just warming things up. The FCIAC quarterfinals, both of the high seeds moving on in this portion of the bracket. Shot rims out from Carson. Foul underneath.
And Aiden, that's a foul that Madison can't afford to make, right? So right away, 2 fouls on Madison, a minute 23 into the game. Aiden, that is a turning point in this game.
Roman, who absolutely dominated in the round of 16 win against Wilton. 11 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, and 3 steals is what they just gave up. Finnegan picks up a personal foul. You can see the early strategy for St. Joe's is get Ludlowe to run that foul trouble up. That's how they lost to Staples, and that's how they would lose it today.
No doubt, right? Get the bigs in trouble. You see St. Joe's has the bigs to match us. Right, so they're going right into the center early on. 2 on Madison, 1 on Caitlin early into this game, Aiden.
Shot rims out. This is Danae Hines. She was the X factor for the Cadets in their win over Greenwich.
Yeah, very talented player. Suffered a very bad injury last year. You know, it's interesting. St. Joe's starts 5 juniors, Aiden. This is a young team.
This is a young team in terms of who they start, but not in terms of who they've got on the roster. Every cadet that's in uniform today is either a senior or a junior. It is all upperclassmen, all experience, and tight defense to start off. Heron stripped away, but a foul called. Was nearly going to give that possession up, but Rudini gets called.
Yeah, eventually they had a ball foul there. What's great, Aiden, is now we got 2 on Rudini, right? So you're seeing both teams lose key players early in this game. By the way, both players need to know better, Aiden, right? Madison, you kind of saw her aggressively go after that rebound, almost kind of slap at it, look like a foul. Same thing there with Rudini, right? She got away with a few reaches early. That's when you got to know to back off. Can't pick up a second, minute 40 into this game.
3-0, the Cadets lead. They free up Torello, and she'll start the possession again. Tight defense by St. Joe's. They know how they got beat in the regular season, and it certainly wasn't on the blocks. Heron, 6 minutes left. Good drive, Summers. Offside iron and out. 6 minutes left. And a foul. Chippy game to start. Neither one of these teams wants to get into that kind of battle.
Yeah, that's just a sloppy turnover right there by St. Joe's, Aiden. The girl dribbled it right off her foot and out of bounds. A little extra possession. It's exactly what Ludlowe wants.
First touch of the afternoon for Juliette Buescher, the senior, who could become a very big factor if she can get the 3 working. Ball goes out, another turnover. Ludlowe clinging to a 3-0 lead. We're almost 3 minutes in.
Yeah, everyone's a little anxious right now, Aiden. You could feel it in the gym, right? You see the Ludlowe girls standing up over there, right? You could feel the energy and the importance of this game.
I highly doubt they'll sit down at any point in this game. Good block, Finnegan underneath. She met Carson with a strong, emphatic rejection.
Yeah, that's advantage, Caitlin, Aiden. Nice drive by Carson, but Caitlin's been blocking those shots all year.
5:38 left in the first. A 3-0 lead for the Falcons. Cadets yet to get on the board. They will stay scoreless as Torello tracks down the rebound and barely saves it. Tough fall in the corner, but the senior gets back up. Summers, that's her bread and butter, the drive and the foul.
Yeah, beautiful drive right there, Aiden. We've seen her knife through defenders all year.
That's a tough hit that Carson just took. She hit the deck real hard, and we'll see if she gets subbed out. She's going to stay in this game.
Yeah, quarterfinals, Aiden, playoffs. You don't want to be subbed out.
Callie Summers is headed to the free throw line. Both teams with 3 personal fouls. We're not even 3 minutes in. We're barely 2.5 minutes in.
They're talking about the possession arrow, Aiden.
Yep.
Because even though no one maintained possession off the tip, Madison really won it, which tipped off of Laura's fingertips. So they granted that as a possession for Ludlowe. We saw an early jump ball that went to St. Joe's, so the arrow is correct. It should be Ludlowe's ball next time around.
3-0 Falcon lead. Summers, the back end of this trip to the line. 1 for 2 is the sophomore. 4-0 the Falcons lead. 5:25 left in the first. St. Joe's still scoreless. They really want to break that on this possession. Carson is in the game after that tough hit on the last possession.
Yeah, you see them going from that 1-2-2 press to man, Aiden. You have to really communicate when you're doing that. That was a travel they just got away with.
Stolen by Torello. Not sure they really got away with it because they turned it over. We are at the 5-minute mark. Good ball movement by the Falcons. Interestingly enough, they've yet to shoot a 3, so the St. Joe's defense is doing their job.
Yeah, both teams, you see again, feeling each other out. Halfway through the first. Oh,
Summers,
what a move.
Terrific move under the basket. Rebound went off the hands of Finnegan, but a good effort from her as well.
She is going to be a tough matchup for whoever's in this game.
4:35 to go. St. Joe's has had a tough time with the Ludlowe press. It really has bothered them. It usually does for most teams. 4:25 left in the first. A 4-0 lead for the Falcons. St. Joe's over half this quarter gone scoreless. Stops, swings to the elbow. The entry, it's one-on-one. Kasuchi met by Finnegan and her second personal foul.
Aiden, that again, right? Because she falls down, the ref kind of anticipates the foul, but that was all ball.
Yeah, I agree, and that's going to really hurt this Falcon team. Now, both Finnegan and Roman are going to have to come out of the game for most of this first half.
Assuming that scoreboard is correct, Aiden, they gave it to 25, Callie.
Oh.
Which is a big turn of events right there. You see Linwall was motioning over to the ref to confirm who the foul was on, and they're over there still talking about it.
Yeah, you can tell he wanted the foul to go on Finnegan.
Absolutely he did.
Well, at least you were right. That was all ball. Second one banked in, so the lead cuts to 3. It's 4-1. St. Joe's still yet to hit from the field. They start to amp up a little bit of pressure too, but I'm not sure they're going to press for very long. Paulman stepped out.
Yeah, good idea, but a tough pass. All right, so let's regroup. Little mass break here. Let everyone take a deep breath. A lot of game to go, Aiden. Everyone is super amped up. This mass break is going to actually help both teams.
4-1, only 5 points in the first 4 minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, I don't think this team is allowed to huddle up like that. It's supposed to be a mass break with the 5 girls staying on the court.
Yeah, and we've seen each referee kind of has their own style with it. Some have strictly enforced it. Believe it was a boys' game that we saw where they were pretty strict about enforcing. You have to stay away from everybody. There's no coaching unless you're going to shout from the sidelines.
Yeah, you're right.
But there are a few that have been pretty lax about it. It
right.
just kind of depends on who you get on any given day.
We haven't seen a lot of consistency. You're right.
I would hope Sarah Kinsley just picked up on that, and they won't be able to do the same thing the next time. Home run pass. Carson, one more to the basket. Too strong from Kasuchi, out of bounds. Ludlowe basketball. Well, they were able to surprise the Falcons a little bit there. They sent Carson long, and one more perfect pass. Kasuchi, those are layups she has to hit.
Yeah, nice, beautiful bounce pass by Carson. Great look for Ludlowe, but Falcons, they're contesting every shot right now, Aiden.
Paulman's blocked, stepped out of bounds. Ball goes to St. Joe's. They are really exploiting their size.
St. Joe's line is too, Aiden. Both teams are super into this game.
They are really exploiting their size early in this game. 3:40 left. Stripped out. Saved by Torello.
Oh, what a defensive effort that was, Aiden.
Paulman fouled. That's the fourth on St. Joe's. What a wacky turn of events. Buscher came and stripped it out on the low block over here. And then Torello barely saves it. What a terrific effort.
That was pure effort by both girls. Beautiful deflection by Juliet and the save, and another beautiful save by Emma.
People forget about how good Juliet can play defensively because of how good she usually is offensively, but she had 3 steals in that game against Wilton. If she wants the ball, she can go and take it. 3:20 left in the first. Falcons by a tray. Paulman from beyond the free throw line, no. Way off, and the rebound to Kasuchi. You can see early the rebounding game is advantage St. Joe's. Good effort by Carson to try and save it.
Yeah, those are sloppy turnovers by St. Joe's, Aiden. Twice now they've seen very sloppy turnovers that have resulted in extra possessions for Ludlowe. We got to start taking advantage of these though now, Aiden.
3:02 left. Falcons are on a little bit of a scoring drought, but the Cadets have yet to hit from the field, so you've kind of evened out in that department. Buscher starts her drive, finding Torello. First 3 attempt is off, but a good rebound ripped by Summers. You're not going to get many of those, so you have to make sure that you make every rebound you get count. Good drive, Carson to the rack. Foul on the floor, that's Ludlow's 5th.
Yeah, that was an impressive little drive there, Aiden. Beautiful crossover to split the defenders. Nice little take. Impressive.
Yeah, she can really move, and I'm sure when she went down earlier was really gripping her leg. That didn't go over so well on St. Joseph's sidelines because it's very clear without her, this is a very different ball club.
Yeah, she's clearly their main ball handler, and she's making a lot of really good decisions, too, early on in this game.
Well, a good sign for the Falcons early is that St. Joe's has only made 1 of 3 free throws. Finnegan's going to check in with a foul. Heron is going to get her first break of the night. Really good first shift for the senior.
Yeah, no doubt. She's been solid all year, Aiden. They're going to need her for these next 3 games, no doubt.
4-2, the lead cut down to just a basket. St. Joe's still yet to hit from the fields. Around 6 minutes into the game. Buscher tries the second 3. This one goes down. If she can hit those, that is absolutely advantage Ludlowe.
Yeah, beautiful find right there by Callie, Aiden. Juliet was open. She didn't rush it. Found her. Juliet took her time and knocked it down.
You can see there's an intensity on this Falcons sideline that was definitely not there in the last 2 games.
Yeah, the last 2 games, right? You know, the competition was not what we're seeing tonight, right? They know. Quarterfinals, semis, finals, to win them all, they're going to have to be ready.
Falcons by 5. St. Joe's still yet to hit from the fields. 3 ball from Zito. Too strong.
Great box out by Anna.
Not their game. Inside, and finally the basket goes down. Kristen Rodriguez, the first St. Joe's field goal of the night. Loose on the floor. Buscher threw it away and grabbed by Zito. 1:53 left in the first. Falcons up by 3.
Yeah, cannot dribble through there, Aiden. Got to reverse the ball and get it up the other sideline.
Zito looking for help on that far side. Stops and throws to Rodriguez. The entry pass missed everything. Hines couldn't get it. Down, and likely for the count is Kaylee Carson.
Hey, we've seen St. Joe's play a couple times now. This girl's down a lot, right? So she's going to come over. She's trying to make us cross screen, perfectly legal. Callie just simply walked through her. Again, perfectly legal. She's just going to have to hold her ground. I mean, we can't be stopping the game because she fell over.
The referee was making sure that she's all right. She's going to get subbed out, and that's not the way you want to win this game. She's such an impactful player for this St. Joe's team. I'm not sure they could win without her.
What's interesting is now they bring back Rudini, who has the 2 fouls. It'd be great to have her pick up another one.
Summers, her bread and butter is in that lane. She's yet to hit one, but she's gotten some very good looks. Loose on the floor. Timeout St. Joe's before the jump ball could get called. That is their first of the night.
Yeah, it's smart play by Dene. On the ground, in trouble early in the game. Got a lot of timeouts, 5 for the game. Use one right there. Save the possession.
7-4 with 1:23 left in the first. The Falcons with 5 fouls, the Cadets with 4. Neither team has many fouls to give.
Yeah, no, the refs are definitely setting the tone early, right? Plus, you notice here, Aiden, right, 3 refs. First time we've seen that all year. So now quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals all go to the 3 refs. So there's a lot more eyes on the court, which, as we're saying early, is resulting in some additional fouls being called.
And I certainly don't blame them. These two teams are clearly going to be very physical, in your face, hitting each other hard. No reason not to set the tone early and let them know you can play physical, but just make sure everything stays relatively clean. Heron goes to the corner. They've only attempted 2 3-pointers. That's really the only reason St. Joe's is still relatively close in this game. Finnegan met by Rodriguez, and here come the Cadets. Have not been able to really cook much on the fast break.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Kalen. Nice defensive play by St. Joe's, though. They came over and kind of doubled it.
Hines driving in. That's the second foul on Summers.
These fouls are going against Ludlowe right now, Aiden. That Dene was Hines was losing the ball as she was going up. That's a foul that does not need to be called and typically will not be called. And now we have, you see our first on Laura here.
It looked like it was going to be called on Summers. That's 2 very big breaks because now Callie only has 1, Laura only has 1, Caitlin only has 1. Any one of those 3 could easily have 2 or more fouls already.
Yeah, you're right. They've actually caught 2 breaks. I feel like 2 calls, so one would have should have gone against Finnegan early on, and that one should certainly have gone versus Callie. That didn't.
38 seconds left in the first. It's a 1-point game. St. Joe's has moved into the bonus, and they'll stay there for the entire first half. 30 seconds left. Torello controls on the elbow.
Yeah, they're content to hold for the last shot here, Aiden.
1 shot, and they got plenty of time to set it up with 15 seconds remaining. Moving it around the perimeter. If they escape in this first half, it will be just barely. Heron with 5. Paulman has to get rid of it, puts it up. Too strong. St. Joe's and Rodriguez the rebound. Summers, she got it off, but she couldn't get it. Ludlowe escapes barely in that first quarter, 7-6 in what was a very defensive first 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was. Very physical game. A lot of ticky-tack fouls called by the refs, really on both sides. 2 fouls on Madison early, Aiden, hurts, right? So you're going to have to decide how long you can go with her on the bench. They're still winning, so you keep rolling the dice. But, you know, we've sat here all season long. It's undeniable what her importance is to this team, right? So there is no tomorrow. So at a certain point, if you sense the momentum changing, you have to get her back in the game.
7-6. Couple of Falcons with fouls. Roman picked up those 2 early, and we haven't seen her very much, and you know she would have made such a big difference if they had had her in for these past 6 or 7 minutes. She would have been such an impactful player to have, especially since their weakest spot right now offensively seems to be on the glass.
Yeah, listen, you could make the argument that Madison's been their best player this year, right? Especially offensively.
Not a very hard one to make.
Right? No doubt offensively she's been their best player. So, you know, taking her out, 6.5 minutes left in the first, that hurts. And you see she's starting the second on the bench. You're going to see how much time they can kind of kind of how much time they can bide here without her in the game.
Yeah, Sarah Kinsley's kind of trying to test it out. She won't do it for very long to see how long she can keep roaming out. 8 minutes left in the first half. Juliette Buescher will inbound to start the second. She's been pretty quiet other than that three and a big defensive stop. We'll see if they can get her some good looks. Nobody has gotten many good looks other than right next to the basket.
Yeah, St. Joe's playing very tough.
That's a tough pass that was intended for Finnegan but went right over her head, which is pretty hard to do.
Yeah, sloppy turnover right there, Aiden, right? We can't have those, so we got to clean it up now. Let's go get the ball back on D.
7:35 left. Good feed for Hines. She's had a tough time controlling it underneath.
Yeah.
She's gotten good looks and been right next to the basket, been in the right place, but the passes have just been off with her.
Yeah, and I think credit Callie. She got her fingertips on the ball.
Oh, smooth move, Buescher.
Was
Two
a
can't
very
go,
nice
too
move,
strong.
and a nice little pull-up too, Aiden.
There's the foul. Torello picks up her first. And the list of players with fouls to their name just keeps growing. Sarah Kinsley visibly frustrated on that Ludlowe sideline.
Yeah, every call has come from this ref. And everyone is going against Ludlowe. It's been the Walt Brown show early on, Aiden. Against Ludlowe.
Off. Hines grabs the rebound and met by Finnegan. Loose and a jump ball. Great effort by Torello to pull it out. 7:15 left.
Yeah, another missed foul shot by St. Joe's. That's really what's keeping Ludlowe in the lead right here. So there's a lot of missed foul shots early on by St. Joe's.
Into the corner. First time we see Emily Haverhill. Goes to Rodriguez. Can't get it. The bigs have struggled underneath. If they had hit even half of those layups that they've gotten, they would be up by almost double.
Yeah, they're getting the ball inside, which is a great thing. But you're being guarded by someone who's extremely talented. Caitlin has the size and strength to guard Kirsten, which Kirsten is not used to facing. So, all of a sudden you get the ball, but then you realize, wait a second, I got someone who's really talented on me. That was a nice move.
Finnegan has held her own, but not there. The first lead of the day for St. Joe's. Heron fouled underneath. That's the fifth on the Cadets. See if they can get one more, and then Ludlowe gets into the bonus as well.
And that might be two no, it's only first on
It's the first on Hines. St. Joe's has stopped their fouling more or less. Ludlowe has not. Buescher freed up in the corner. Her and Rodriguez, a little bit of a mismatch. You have to find the proper guard for her.
Yeah, the man-to-man D is bothering Ludlowe, and we're not getting a lot of quality looks right now. And again, as you mentioned early, having Madison would have helped. That was a beautiful cut. We got to make that layup though, Aiden.
Summers,
nice follow-up by Caitlin.
That'll put Ludlowe into the bonus. So both teams will spend the final 6:21 in the bonus. Finnegan with tremendous effort. She was so shy when she came to this team last year. That's the second on Hines, which is big. She'll come out likely in just a moment. It was so big because Caitlin was so shy last season and she just didn't feel comfortable underneath. But slowly and slowly, she has really grown into that role underneath. And this year, she's gotten so much more aggressive, especially you saw in that Wilton game. She must have had 4 or 5 blocks. She's really feels so much. It looks like a totally different player this year on the glass.
Yeah, listen, what a difference a year makes, right? So, year of being around your teammates, a year of seeing varsity action. All that, Aiden, just plays such dividends.
Finnegan checks out. A tremendous shift from her. Hines is out of the game as well. The bigs are Rodriguez and Kasuchi. Carson controls. Tight guard. Interesting matchup. They put both Buescher and Torello on her. Rodriguez backing down Paulman. Paulman didn't stand much of a chance there.
Yeah, she's just bigger and stronger, Aiden. It's a tough matchup.
Torello AP tries the three and is too short. Got her own rebound.
Nice job tracking it down, though, Aiden.
Timeout, Sarah Kinsley. Each team has used one with 5:45 left in the half. 10-8, St. Joe's on top.
I mean, that's just effort, getting another possession, Aiden. I like the shot. She was open. As the shooter, you know where it's going to miss, right? So she knew it was going to miss, to Anna's credit, right? Pure Anna right there.
Yeah.
Track it down, get another possession.
And it's interesting. She's been had much more of an off-ball impact this season than on-ball, but she's definitely capable of taking this game over if they need her to.
Yeah, they need her to, Aiden, right? She has been adjusting to this new role, but now we're, 13, 14 games in, and Anna is more than capable. So Anna is definitely primed to have a big night.
10-8 as we resume play in the second quarter. About 5.5 minutes to play. Paulman met at the rack. Ball goes the opposite way. But wait a minute.
Aiden, that's either a foul or that should be off of St. Joe's.
No foul is called. It looked like the referee nearest to us may have stepped in and was trying to reverse the call.
He was, and to his credit, he went over, he tried to, but they held firm. The other ref held firm.
They gotta go. The fast break is where Ludlowe has done so well. St. Joe's is a little too slow to get back like that. Ludlowe really needs to start exploiting their speed on the fast breaks because their transition offense has been relatively slow. They need to get it cooking. They are faster than this team in transition. Heron off. Good rebound. Ripped by Summers. Back to the rack. Rolls out.
Yeah, it was a great rebound, Aiden.
Those are going to start falling. She's just got to keep taking them. Kasuchi got it. 2-possession lead. First time either team has led by 2 possessions in this second quarter. Another timeout. The second for Sarah Kinsley.
And you see the energy over on the St. Joe side. They're now starting to get comfortable with the press, Aiden. So they're now breaking it with, I'll say a little more ease. They're also getting good shots off the break, right? So this is where maybe you push back, go to another defense, mix it up again, and then come back to the press.
Good choice for a timeout, but you can't really use any more for the rest of this first half. You're going to need at least 2 or 3 going down the stretch. You know this is not going to be a blowout game. It's going to be a game where whoever has the ball last is going to get a chance to win it.
Yeah, not only that, but we're getting good shots too, Aiden, right? I mean, Callie has had 3 or 4 terrific looks that have just bounced out. So if we keep getting those, we're going to be fine.
Finnegan's back into the game. That'll be a big plus. They can get some size, and with Hines out, they can exploit that size. Lofted in. Finnegan had it stripped away in between her legs, loose on the floor, and a jump ball. They got bailed out because that was going to be a turnover if they had waited a second or 2 more.
Yeah, nice feed into the middle, but St. Joe's is doing a nice job trapping from the opposite side, Aiden, which we are not used to seeing.
Possession arrow goes to the Cadets. Finnegan took it to the rack, can't get it. First real transition opportunity for St. Joe's, and Carson left it strong. Stripped away by Torello, ball out of bounds, and a chance to set up the defense if you're Ludlowe.
Yeah, that was a nice strong move right there by Caitlin. I like that, Aiden, on that last possession. But now we're going to have to get back because St. Joe's is looking to run on us.
I'm not sure that's their best move. We'll see how long they can run on Ludlowe. That's the one thing Ludlowe has done so well this season is move, move, move. No one stands around. Rodriguez lofts it for Zito. Carson's been the workhorse so far offensively, 12-8. Lofted to the high post, turnaround, shot out. Loose. Rebound is grabbed by Stevens. And another jump ball that'll turn the possession arrow back to Ludlowe, but gives St. Joe's possession for now.
Yeah, good work down there by Stevens, right? Got a couple of good shots. Just not catching them. Looked like maybe she got hit in the head. I don't know. She looks like she's hurt, Aiden. Hard to tell what was going on there. Just saw a lot of kind of arms and elbows grabbing for that ball. Hopefully she's all right.
3:36 remaining in the second. FCIAC quarterfinals. We didn't get a chance to talk about any of the other games, and all but one have been played and are done. But we certainly will once we get to half. The next 3:36 are pretty crucial, though. Ludlow's on a little bit of a scoring drought. They've struggled to score today, and that's not something that happened too much in that first game when they played St. Joe's in Trumbull.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That first game in Trumbull, Aiden, St. Joe started in a 2-3 zone. Ludlow came out and blitzed them. They immediately switched to man, and I'm guessing they looked at that tape, and I'm certain that they realized that man was their better option.
Loose,
because they've played well so far.
Long three goes down. That's Carson's first. If she can hit that kind of shot, Ludlow's in trouble. Now trailing by 7. Paulman, backdoor for Finnegan, out of bounds, St. Joe's ball.
That was off Ludlow's leg per wall, Aiden, but it looked like it was off a St. Joe's defender.
3:19 left. Ludlow's really got to score and break this drought. Torello takes it away into the hands of Summers, falls down. And finally, the Cadets pick up a 7th foul. That'll send Ludlowe to the line. Callie Summers, the only one who shot free throws today. She'll shoot 2 more.
Yeah, it's going to be
1-1.
Important we knock down some foul shots, Aiden. Maybe that gets us kind of off the schneid that we're on here, stuck on 8 points. Should be a big foul shot right here.
She was 50% in her last trip. First of a 1-1. That's big.
Yeah, look clear on that one, Aiden.
The free throws have been a problem all season long for the Falcons. Good to know that Summers can hit them. 2 for 2, narrows it to a 5-point game. They got to try and stay within a basket by the half. I think that's probably what Sarah Kinsley's thinking. Approaching 3 minutes left in the second, and it's 15-10. St. Joe's on top. Carson driving the baseline. She's not going anywhere with Summers on her.
No, that's a tough matchup for her. She handles the ball extremely well, but Callie's a terrific defender.
She handled Buescher and Torello pretty well. There's an offensive foul.
Yeah, you could see Kirsten kind of know that she was stuck moving for the screen. She tried to kind of give the legal screening motion, but it was too late. The offensive player caused that offensive foul.
Keeping Summers on Carson might be their best option here because she's broken Buescher and Torello pretty well. That last possession was the first time where she's really been stopped all day. 2:30 left, and it's a 5-point Cadet lead. But you get the feeling that there's an opportunity to take some momentum back if you're Ludlowe, and going into half, that would be pretty big.
Yeah, first time we're seeing St. Joe's go to that zone.
Paulman for 3, too short. And it'll be a turnover.
She was open, Aiden. You like seeing her shoot it. There's a nice steal.
Summers to the rack. We said she was going to just get some of those to drop. She just needed to keep taking them, and finally she does.
Beautiful turn of events right there, Aiden. Great anticipation by Kaylee. She's played terrific so far today.
And there goes that momentum. That's a foul maybe on Laura. You see Torello's back to check in, so someone just picked up their second.
Yeah, it's going to be on Laura,
it is.
her second.
But she's not going to have to sit for very long. She'll probably start the second half.
Yeah, no doubt. 2 fouls at half is fine. At this point, minute 53 left. You know, they were on the brink there, Aiden, down 15-8. But Ludlowe has, 2 quick baskets, or foul shots in the baskets, brought this game right back.
if you're St. Joe's, you really need to capitalize on these next 2 minutes or so, because as soon as Heron and Roman get in the game together to start the second half, they're going to get beat a lot. They're going to really have a tough time once they bring back Madison and Laura and throw Caitlin and if they throw all three sophomores into this game, they're the only ones who've consistently beaten St. Joe's today. It will be a very tough time. Paulman, that's her shot, couldn't get it. Finnegan didn't want to pick up the foul. She was a little overly cautious there on the boards.
Yeah, that is her shot, Aiden. That was a perfect offensive set. A little bunny for Anna, one that we're used to seeing her knock down. Listen, she's missed some early. It's probably, has her confidence a little shaken. But she's got to keep shooting, Aiden. This team needs her to score.
Summers is an early nominee for Impact Player of the Game, at least from Ludlowe. Buscher tries the three offside rim. Not even offside rim, off the backboard. 50 seconds left. Oh, Carson made her miss. Summers almost had another steal. To the corner for three. That goes down. It was a 2, though. That'll help. Only a 5-point game, and a pass over the head of Buscher.
Can't have these late turnovers, Aiden. Did a nice job coming back in this game. You might see them holding for a final shot here.
17-12. They got to hold 30 seconds if they want one. And if they don't, Ludlowe will. Stripped away. Torello. They've cooked on the fast break. She puts on the afterburners. Oh, but a charge.
No, they're going to call a block. She's going to shoot. Good aggressive play, taking it to the rim.
She really put on the speed, and that's something you love to see from a guard like her. She saw that she wasn't really going to be able to beat 3 defenders. And that was a pretty big mismatch one-on-one, so she figured, you know what, we'll lower the shoulder, take the foul, and that's the second on Erica Stevens. Torello to the line, grips the ball with 21 seconds left. And she missed it offside rim. Rodriguez barely got it away. 15 seconds left. One more pass. Beautiful shot by Kasuchi. The lead's back up now to 7. Paulman, shot fake, going to the rack. She's blocked. Ball will stay with Ludlowe. 2 seconds and change left. Who gets the final shots?
Yeah, this would be a big basket right here, Aiden. Again, they fought hard to get within 15-12, and then they've let this get away this last minute here.
They can take that momentum back with one shot. Summers, the inbounder. Goes long, Torello. Buscher got rid of it. Too strong. So a 7-point St. Joe's lead, and upset brewing here in Fairfield.
Yeah, listen, they struggled offensively there, Aiden, but still have a full half left. Madison's going to start playing again. She had 2 fouls early, which hurt. So we're going to have to take this opportunity during halftime to regroup. Get her back engaged, get someone into the middle of the court, which we're not taking advantage of right now. And, listen, plenty of time, only 7-point game. What's been alarming is that fact you only have 12 points at half, right? So it's been a struggle to score.
As the game went on, St. Joe's gained some confidence, and that's not something you want to see. You need to make them uncomfortable, and hopefully the return of Roman and Heron will fix that in the second half. Mess them up a little bit, throw a wrench into their plans.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting Roman back, getting Laura back. That's going to help, right? You got more offensive threats. I tell you, Callie played a terrific first half. She really gave a great effort. I thought kept them in this game, Aiden, or else they would be down double digits at this point. So, it's not all lost, right? Only 7 points, halftime, still plenty of time to regroup.
We're going to take a short break. It's a 7-point St. Joe's lead. A trip to the semis is on the line. In 16 minutes, we'll decide who advances and whose season comes to an end. We'll be back for the second half in a little bit here on FSN. 16 minutes to decide who advances into the semifinals. And this gym is bouncing. Ludlowe lost the momentum at the end of the first half, Scott, but they have a very good chance to take it back right now.
Yeah, start off with the ball. First 3 minutes of the half, Aiden, critical, especially down 7.
Torello's got it, bounces high post. Good to see Madison Roman back in the game. It was a big disadvantage.
Don't want to see her be too tentative, Aiden. There you go. Be aggressive, get to that rim.
She saves it, loose. Juliet's got it into the corner. Torello tries the 3 and knocks it down.
That's the start we needed, Aiden.
Welcome
and a steal by Callie.
And now Heron's
almost
going
an
to the line.
and 1. That would have been a huge start.
Laura Heron headed to the line. That's the best start they could have had. That's the second foul on Carson. She would be big to knock out for a little while.
Yeah, she's a tough little guard, Aiden. Has handled the ball well. Beautiful 3 and a beautiful steal by Callie to start this half.
Out. The free throw shooting has been the only real problem with this team this season. It's cost them at least 1 game. In and out, but Roman's got the rebound and the jump ball. Possession goes to St. Joe's. But you can see we're not even, or just over 30 seconds into this second half, and Madison Roman is already having the biggest impact on the floor.
You see just how disruptive Callie is up there, my goodness.
Into the corner, Carson. 3 ball. That's off. They've been so-so from 3. They've hit 2, but they've certainly had some looks that they probably shouldn't have taken. Stolen away by Carson in the game with 2 fouls. Picked up by Torello. Controls it straight away. 6:55 left in the third. FCIAC quarterfinals winner takes on either the number 1 seed Ridgefield or the 8th seed Ward. Both of these teams would travel to Ridgefield but host if the Mustangs can pull off what would be one of the big upsets in this tournament's history. Carson. Rodriguez to the free throw line. They loft it in. Kristen on Madison. She's blocked. It's going to stay with St. Joe's, but good to see she's being told early, you're not just going to be able to control in the paint like you did in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. You see the difference there, right? Madison not only has the size, but she has the strength as well to deal with Kirsten. Now, Caitlin played tremendously against her in the first half, but Madison is she's just that much better.
Short. Blocked again. That's 2 for Roman.
Go!
Heron all alone, one-on-one with Carson. To the rack and a foul. That's the 3rd on Kaylee Carson, and she's going to have to sit. And on the opposite side, Kristen Rodriguez was down and slow to get up.
Yeah, a lot of complaining, a lot of St. Joe's players down on the ground, Aiden, and it's probably impacted Walt Brown on some of those calls early in the first half. Kirsten was just there complaining to him about the last play. Be interesting to see if that turns the tide here.
.6:16 left. They send Heron to the line. 1 for 3, but she's 1 for 1 on this trip. Narrows it to 3. So just as quickly as it got up to 7, the Falcons have now narrowed it to 1 possession. Yeah, and that's the power that Heron and Roman have on this team. Roman almost got another rebound. She's so aggressive on the boards. As long as they can keep her from picking up a 3rd foul, she's going to be a big help to them in these final 16 minutes or so. Foul underneath. That's on Roman, and that's going to be her 3rd.
You see, Aiden, that was a makeup call right there, right? We just talked about it. She just complained the possession before, right, to Mr. Brown. He has his back to the play. There's a referee standing right here looking straight into that play, and he calls it from behind.
Oh, it was not on Roman, so she avoids picking up a 3rd. The catch is that Callie Summers now has 2, wow, and she's somebody they cannot afford to lose.
You have no idea who they're going to call these fouls on. I mean, how is that on Callie?
Well, it may be a little bit more beneficial to Ludlowe because they do not want to have to sit Madison Roman anymore.
Oh, no doubt. That's a huge advantage for Ludlowe.
Second free throw pops out. It's a 4-point game. Summers harassed and lost her mask. She has really come alive, and she's you can see, going to be the leader of this team next year. When all these seniors graduate, she is going to be the one to step up because in the big moments, she always seems to come through.
Yeah, listen, only a sophomore, right? What a season she has had. She's just the future in whatever sport she wants to play is so bright.
Juliet is out. Caitlin Finnegan is back in. They have not gone very deep on the bench today.
Yeah, you're right. They've played about 7 girls.
And that's good. Oh, well, good for St. Joe's breaking up the pass there.
Yeah, great effort.
Stevens
right
came
there
in out
by
of nowhere.
Stevens. Beautiful effort.
Make them work for the basket. It's all right, but once you start getting multiple girls picking up fouls like they have, it could be a little bit of a challenge. We'll see if they go deep into the bench. There's a block, out of bounds, stays with the Falcons.
Yeah, nice move and beautiful defense by Hines.
These post matchups have been so fun to watch because you've got some of the best post players in the state going at each other right now. Summers with 5:40 left in the third. Falcons trying to narrow it to a 1-possession game. And off a screen, has some space, stops, finds Emma. Into the post. Roman double teamed, and she's gonna get fouled. Who is it on? It's either a third on Hines or a third on Rodriguez.
They're gonna call it on Rodriguez. Oh. It's gonna be her second.
Okay. They were lucky that wasn't a third on, actually it would have been a fourth on Hines. Torello for Heron and back to Emma. She's the guard. She's the small one, the shooter right now. Heron unleashes off, rebound, but Stevens' momentum carried her out. They got a little bit of luck there.
Yep, great effort by Stevens, just as you mentioned, right? Momentum took her out of bounds. So Ludlowe gets another possession.
Heron. Roman at the free throw line. Summers, see if she can cook up a drive. No, lofts it in. Madison saves it. Emma the three. That goes down.
Another beautiful shot by Emma Aiden. You love seeing your senior step up.
It's a 1-point game, and you could tell as soon as she released that was in. Stolen away. The captain for Heron, and they back it out with 4:48. Summers going to try the three.
Short,
that's short. Oh, Hines almost got out of bounds. Good job by Ludlowe letting her deal with that herself and not giving her any sort of help. 4.5 minutes to play in the third. Ludlowe, who trailed by 7 at the half, now back in it at 1. Out of bounds. Ball stays with the Cadets.
They're going to call it off Ludlowe. They'll take good timeout right there by St. Joe's, Aiden. This game is squarely, the momentum is squarely on Ludlowe's side right now.
Each team now has 3 with 4:26 left in the third and a 20-19 lead for the Falcons.
Yeah, beautiful.
I beg your pardon for the Cadets.
Beautiful start to the quarter. In essence, they erased the 7-point lead, Aiden. This is now anyone's game again, right? 4 minutes left in the third, a full fourth to play, 1-point game. Madison is back engaged, right? Just want to make sure they don't get a cheap one on her here, Aiden. And I'm sure Linwall is drawing up something to get the ball in against her, especially, you know, as aware as the refs are right now to all the contact. I wouldn't be surprised if you see this ball go inside against Madison. And they take Madison out for a quick break, Aiden. Very interesting, right? Don't want her to pick up a cheap foul, especially while things are kind of anxious right here.
They need her to pick up a third. Ludlowe needs her to stay out of foul trouble. Buescher is back in, so they give Emma a little bit of help.
Definitely a
That's
travel.
a travel.
It's a good call. You see Coach Linwall shaking his head as well, right? Absolutely a travel.
He's signaling for the press. 4:15 left in the third. We'll see how long they stay. Ludlowe has broken the press pretty easily. It's been a very little effect. Oh, good drive. Summers just missed it. Loose. Out of bounds off Ludlowe. Oh, that was really close to being a Falcon ball and a chance for them to set up the offense. St. Joe's got very, very lucky.
They sure did, Aiden. That was beautiful basketball, a wide open layup for Callie. Unfortunately, she's missed a few of those today, Aiden, but they're going to live with her taking those shots because her effort has been undeniable today.
To the rack, she got it. Leads back up to 3 for the Cadets. They played Ludlowe as tough as possible. There is no doubt they deserve to be in this game. And if they advance, they would deserve that too. 3:40 left in the third. Torello signaling the play.
Yeah, they're going back to the zone, which is interesting, right? So, ooh, got away with one there, Aiden.
Now Ludlow's just got to shoot the lights out. Buescher just missed it, but that's the look and the travel. Those are the looks you need to get Juliet and Emma. They're the three-point shooters. We talked about it at the half. The way Ludlowe wins this game is the three-point shooting.
Yeah, that was a great look right there, Aiden. In fact, from our angle, it looked like it was good.
Yep.
So we have had great looks. Emma's knocked 2 of them down. Another great look right there for Juliet. It's exactly the kind of offense we need. Don't hesitate. If you're open, you got to fire that ball.
She's gotten 3 of them because she had 1 in the first half and then 2 over here in the second half. That was the same exact spot that Torello hit earlier. This is a match break, and it's very clear the referees are doing very little to enforce it. Granted, no one's got their mask off, but this is basically a glorified timeout at this point.
Yeah, it's what it's been all year, so, you know, listen,
they'll take it.
It's the situation. You just got to deal with it. There's no sense complaining now. It's quarterfinals of the playoffs.
For a team that's basically playing 7 players, you take any break you can get. Finnegan rejected by the backboard, loose, and another travel. Those last 2 travels have really killed St. Joe's. They had an opportunity to build on their 3-point lead, and both of those travels have stopped them dead in their tracks.
Yeah, listen, the effort is undeniable, right? So they've been playing with great effort.
AP
They're just
missed
traveling
it.
when they get it.
Ball will go to the Cadets.
Another great look for Anna, Aiden. They've got to get her to knock some of these down.
Yeah, those will start dropping. 3:10 left in the third as St. Joe's breaks the press.
Beautiful steal by Anna. That's what she gives you back, Aiden.
That ball kind of just popped off of her arm.
Sloppy turnover right there,
Long
Aiden.
outlet Rodini, caught in the corner. Gignetter needs some help. Underneath. Oh, there's the third on Caitlin Finnegan. Oh, that might be her second. That was all ball, though, and she's really has been given no benefit on those calls underneath.
Yeah, it looked like a good block. Her hands were a little cupped over her, which may have given the appearance of a foul. You know, a lot of times when you're the ref, you anticipate these fouls instead of calling what you see.
First one knocked down makes it a 4-point game. Hines is in this game with 3 fouls, if I recall. If they can knock her out, get her to commit a 4th, make her sit for another 5-6 minutes, that could be really big. Give them a chance to set up their postgame. Good rebound by Kasuchi.
Can't give extra possessions, Aiden. Those rebounds kill.
They set the offense up. Rudini, Kasuchi, and
Great
she's
help
stolen
by
away
Madison.
by Roman.
Oh, no, Aiden. Good pass.
Heron to the rack. No, and the rebounding defensively for St. Joe's has been so crisp.
Yeah, they've definitely played with great effort today. But even those few travels they've had, it certainly hasn't been from lack of effort, right? So they put in the effort to get those rebounds.
Here's Stevens, unloads and can't hit. If they can force him to shoot more threes. St. Joseph's trying to sell their possession.
Yeah, it was
and
tipped,
gave it a good
though.
effort.
We were looking right at it. It was tipped. That's why it landed to us.
I appreciate the save. I was not prepared to catch
You got
that.
all this equipment here. You got to save it.
2 minutes left in the third. The Falcons battling for their season. Buscher tries the three. Can't get it. Those are going to start going down, though. Out of bounds. Ball stays with Ludlowe. Keep getting her those looks. Wide open, straight away. I'm not sure anybody has a problem with that.
Beautiful look. She's been making them all year. She's a senior. She's a captain. You absolutely keep shooting those.
They find Paulman, another senior captain. Summers needs some help. Stops, finds Torello.
Got to get Anna going, Aiden.
Summers blocked, foul. And that may be the fourth on. No, that's maybe another one on Rodriguez. That could be her third. Again, we don't want to make any assumptions. They've called it on everybody today.
You're right.
That's the third on Kristen Rodriguez, who's sat for most of this third quarter anyways, and Hines is coming back in after just a few seconds of rest. So you've got two of their main big players now with 3 fouls.
Yeah, what's nice is that, Kasuchi, 21, cannot guard Callie out on the perimeter. So if Callie has the ball out there, they got to look to exploit her.
Second shot at the line. That goes down. 23-20. Ludlowe back to within a basket. Every time it looks like St. Joseph's pulling away, the Falcons just come clawing back, and that's been the style that they've had for quite some time. Zito, entry for Kasuchi. Free throw line jumper. That wasn't even close. But the rebound, Isabella. She goes up again, and Madison's going to pick up a 4th personal foul.
That's going to be her 3rd.
Ah, you're right. You're right.
That's where, that's a little more experience. That's where Madison's going to avoid that foul, right? She gave up the give-back rebound. That's where you just keep your hands straight up instead of trying to chop down on it.
Ludlowe has had the possession arrow since the start of the half. Interesting they haven't used that in their favor yet. (24-20). Kasuchi has really taken over with Hines and Rodriguez both in foul trouble. She's done so well underneath.
Yeah, she's played a very nice game, making some foul shots now.
Off.
Good rebound.
Summers got it. They've called off the press. Both of these teams have basically backed up into a half-court defense.
Yeah, we've seen as this game has gotten, has rolled along, you start getting used to the press.
3, Heron off. Tracked down by Summers in the corner. Great long rebound. Oh, the pass nearly hit our good friend Sean Saylor. It may have. Put a little too much zip on it and was a little high for Juliet. 50 seconds left in the third. Down to 40, and it's a 4-point St. Joe's lead. She's blocked, and here come the Falcons. They can make it a 2-point game. Heron hit. They have not been able to make those mid-range jumpers, and that's killed them. That's a St. Joe's possession. Those mid-range jumpers have got to start falling. And back into the game with 3 fouls is Kaylee Carson.
Yeah, a lot of wholesale subs there, right? They're not wanting to pick up a cheap foul on some of the big girls, right? So that's why they take Caitlin out. Because ultimately it's going to come down to a very big 4th quarter.
Kasuchi. Oh, nearly a travel. It'll be a turnover, but that was a lot of steps in the lane from Catherine Rudini.
Yeah, it was a travel anyway, Aiden. So either way, it was supposed to be Ludlowe's ball. Lots of time.
And great job by the Falcons.
Great to get a possession and a shot here, Aiden.
It looked like she was going right to the basket to score, and they stopped her and forced her to take too many steps. 5 seconds left. They got to move. Heron, Paulman tries the 3. She missed it. And that's the end of the third quarter. They narrow the lead to 4. We'll see how much closer they can get in the final 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's the period they wanted, right? Down 7, fought the entire period, never took back the lead, though, which is important if you're St. Joe's. Only down 4 now, Aiden. They're going to start with the ball. Again, they're going to have to get Anna some confidence, right? They're going to have to get her to knock a shot in. I love those little plays they've been running for her along the baseline. She's gotten a couple great looks. I'll have to see him go to it again, get her an easy bucket, and get her engaged, Aiden.
8 minutes to decide who moves on, maybe a little bit more than that, but for all intents and purposes, 8 minutes for the Falcons to try and stage a comeback or for St. Joe's to hang on and advance in what would be a pretty big upset. We didn't get a chance to talk about any of the other games today because this one has been so entertaining and fun to watch. But the high seeds have moved on so far. No reason to think, other than this game, that anybody else wouldn't. Ridgefield will take on Ward later tonight. But Trumbull advances. And the big upset of the day, the big news out of Westport, the Wreckers are out. 1 game into this tournament, or 2nd game in the tournament, and they're upended by what I would like to think was a very underestimated Danbury Hatters squad.
Yeah, and we've been talking about it all year long, right? There are 6 terrific teams in this league, and it's exactly what you saw, right? And I don't think you call Danbury an upset, but they got the win.
Well, an upset in terms of seeding, a 7 over a 2. Good drive, Summers. Oh, she couldn't get it to drop, but she's going to the line, trying to make it a 2-point game.
Aiden, that was a beautiful drive. I thought it was going to go in.
And that really would have blown the roof off this building. Both benches are alive and well. They haven't stood up for a while. They were standing those first 5-6 minutes of the game. Not so much now.
Yeah, you're right, but everyone is kind of on the edge of their seat, Aiden. Very engaged in this game.
That's in. 24-21. It's a 3-point game. If they can keep it within a basket, it's a good strategy these next 6-7 minutes.
Callie's been terrific from the foul line today, too, Aiden. And they switch up the press a little more kind of up-in-your-face pressure, and they almost get the deflection, Aiden. Very nicely done by Ludlowe.
And, hey, that's what's worked so far. Buscher got a hand in there. 7:37 left in the game. Carson and Torello. Off-ball foul.
Who are they calling that on, Aiden? Who are they calling that on?
Is that on Roman?
Oh, they call that on Roman. That is unbelievable. That is a killer right there, Aiden. Picking up that 30 seconds into the quarter. You could hear Coach calling out the screen that was coming. So Coach was letting them know that it was coming.
Oh, Finnegan lost track of Hines, and now the lead is out to 4. This St. Joe's bench has been with it all afternoon. Torello, 7:10 left in the 4th. Off a screen, lofts for Finnegan. They reset it. Good to know she was about to lose the ball. Torello, Heron into a 3, that is off. Buscher's got the rebound and is fouled over the back.
Yeah, good effort right there by Juliet to go after that ball. She earned that foul, Aiden.
And even if she hadn't been fouled, she was right there with very little resistance. She was going to hit that and make it a 2-point game. Now she'll just have to try and free herself up here. They go long for Torello. That is the 6th foul on St. Joe's. They have no more to give. Ludlowe has 4, so if they need to foul in a few minutes, they can. Torello. Finnegan starts her drive, goes up, couldn't get it, but a good effort nonetheless. Kasuchi's got the rebound.
Move, Aiden. Just rolled out.
6:20 left. A 4-5 matchup in this FCIAC tournament coming down to the wire. Carson. Kasuchi, 6:08 left in the fourth.
St. Joe's in no rush here, Aiden. Has the 4-point lead. This has been a defensive grind. They get the 5-second call, Aiden.
That was big.
Yeah, Carson's just out here dribbling, kind of with no plan of where to go.
Three substitutions bring in Rudini, Rodriguez, and Stevens. With Kasuchi out, they really need to explain. They have the two bigs in with 3 fouls each. Maybe one of them gets a fourth. Finnegan. No, but a good effort nonetheless. She's got to start converting in the post.
Yeah, and they've gotten so many good looks inside.
Poked away by Summers. She'll hold it.
Go, go, go. Let's run.
5:34 left. You might be right. The best chance to win this game is just run him out of the building.
Yeah, I don't think the half-court set is our strength, Aiden. We're getting the ball where we want inside. Unfortunately, we're not really converting down there. And that is allowing St. Joe's to not trap on our bigs.
They had the right idea. Buescher was sprinting to the basket, now chases it down. Do that again, it'll probably work. 5:09 left in the fourth. Torello. They got it back to her.
Yeah, she's going to have to start looking to shoot, Aiden. She made 2 threes kind of with ease.
Buescher. No, too strong, out of bounds. Ball will stay with Ludlowe.
Next basket is important here, Aiden. Ludlowe needs one.
26-22. It's felt like every basket has been so hard to get. Credit to the St. Joe's defense. They played so well. Finnegan stripped away. Foul on the floor. That is the 7th, so she's going to go shoot.
Yeah, that's 4 on Rodriguez. I need Caitlin to knock these down, Aiden.
Ludlowe is into the bonus as St. Joe's commits their 7th foul. So, yes, they lost Roman. Likely for the next 3 minutes or so. She won't come in until the very end. But now Rodriguez is out with her. So 4:45 left. Timeout St. Joe's. They only have 2 left. The Falcons have 3 as we come down the final stretch here.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see if he pulls Rodriguez. I couldn't tell if someone had checked in, Aiden. But you're right.
They didn't sound a buzzer. I don't think they did.
At least, if Kirsten and Madison were out, that at least levels the playing field a little. But I think it's gonna come down to the guards, Aiden. The bigs are doing a great job, working hard down there. They're getting good shots, but they're just not falling, right? So now if you're one of the seniors, one of the guards, this is when you just have to kind of take charge and trust your shot and let it fly.
We'll see which one it is. 4:45 remain in the fourth. Falcons trailing by 4. And they have been for quite some time. These are 2 huge free throws from Caitlin Finnegan. You knew it was coming down to free throws.
You're right, at 1-1, they are huge free throws, right? You got to earn that bonus.
And she missed it with the rebound to Hines. Rodriguez checked out, and Kasuchi's out as well. Those are 2 big post players for the Cadets that are out. Carson. So smooth.
Don't want Caitlin coming all the way up there to guard Aiden. If her girl's coming up there to set a pick, Caitlin's got to back off.
Summers. Off. Tracked it down, and she's got it. Who stepped out?
Looked like Red was out.
You thought they may get a lucky foul call. 4:12 left. Backed out. 4:05 left. They got to start moving. Trailing by 6.
Yeah, especially how difficult it's been for them to score, Aiden. Gonna need to get some points.
Heron, 3:50 left. Off a screen. Can't get it. Rebound is pulled by Rudini, and they can hold for a while. Hines.
So you see how Callie is much better able to come and help on that. And she's going to go to the line again, Aiden. Got to knock these down.
These are huge. It's a 1-and-1. With that being St. Joseph's 8th team foul. Sarah Kinsley wanted a mass break, and that's coming at some point. It's going to come right now.
Yeah, a couple critical foul shots. This gives Caitlin a chance to kind of catch her breath. You're going to see Madison checking in probably for Caitlin.
We'll see. 3:22 left. That's the third foul committed by Rudini. So a couple of players now in the game with 3 personal fouls.
Yeah, at this point with 3 minutes left in the game, you kind of don't worry about it. But you're right. I mean, maybe if it goes to overtime.
.322 left. Huge free throws to narrow it. At the line is Finnegan.
Big one.
Oh, that was huge, and she's got to do it once more. They trail by 5. This could narrow it to 4. Juliet is out, Anna's back in.
Another big one right here, Aiden. Need them all. Nice.
How big were those 2 free throws? It's back to 4. 6, it looked like they were pulling away. 4, not so much.
Yeah, 4 with this much time is anyone's game. Great little exchange right there, too, from Caitlin and Madison, Aiden. See, they want this game, make no doubt about it.
Big basket, 30-24. Ludlow's got to move. Heron, Roman. No, but she'll shoot.
That's a great look, Aiden. You know, it's funny how the ball bounces, right? You think a few of those are going to be and ones. They just haven't fallen for Ludlowe today. Those make a huge difference. What's nice is this is a 2-shot foul, and then after this, they're going to shoot 2 shots every foul as well.
They're 1 foul away from the double bonus.
And it rolls in.
Oh, man.
Nice soft bounce.
That's the biggest roll you're going to get. That was huge. 3:05 left. Roman shooting the back half of a 1-and-1. She got that one, too. The free throws down the stretch. So
need to be
crucial.
aware, Aiden, on this press. Gave up a cheap basket last possession. They cannot afford that down the stretch here.
They're not going to do it again. Kasuchi.
Nice job by St. Joe's handling it, Aiden. Gotta have to push Anna up so they can start counting to 5.
Lofted in. She got a step in the basket. 32-26. Summers lowers the shoulder. Blocked. Ball stays with Ludlowe. Laura's got to get it in. Finding Roman. Off glass and in. That
would have been an and one too, Aiden. Again, still a 4-point game. Still lots of time, Aiden. 2.5 minutes left.
2:18 left. Cadets by 4. They've led the entire second half. Almost got called for a backcourt. Stolen by Summers.
Great effort right there. They had him struggling the whole time.
Another big play by the sophomore, Callie. Torello, oh, she had the 3, but the block came in a little too early. Paulman, too strong. St. Joe's going to take it again. Almost another steal. Corner, two, too short. Roman's got it. Heron, Roman, no one's gonna pick her up. Block on the floor, and that's another big one. That is against Hines.
Yeah, she's gonna shoot too.
That's a fourth on Hines. No, third. And you can see now both benches on their feet.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the final minute 30, 4-point game. Anyone's game, Aiden, especially if these go in.
Buescher's coming back in. We'll see who she takes out. They went, it looked like there may have been a little bit of blood.
Yeah, maybe just some perspiration,
Yeah.
right? Because it can be slippery when it's on the floor. Looks like they're just wiping it up. She didn't seem to put any solution or anything on it.
A minute 39 left in the fourth. 32-28. Big free throws for Roman.
Three huge free throws out of Roman, Aiden.
They haven't been able to crack four basically the entire half. This is big. It's now down to three. And now it's down to two.
Four huge free throws by Madison.
4 for 4. Sarah Kinsley's got to be ecstatic. Foul may go against Heron.
I mean, it's okay, Aiden, right? It's a minute 30 left. It's only their fifth foul. They don't want to get to a point where they have to foul to get them into the bonus. So playing aggressively right now, making the ref make some of these calls, not the worst thing.
It went against Buescher. That is her first. You'd rather her than Heron pick up that foul. Into the post, nearly stripped away, out of bounds.
And it's going to be off the
Ludlowe.
lines. Again, Callie so long, and her effort is just incredible.
And you can see she threw it right into her chest, tried to save it.
Minute 30, 2-point game, lots of time, Aiden. Get over!
Torello off a screen, finding Roman. Saved it barely. A minute 9 left. Falcons trail by 2. They can take their time with this possession.
Yeah, they can.
Do not need to force
Lots
it.
of time. You're absolutely right. Relax.
3. Off. Rebound St. Joe's. They don't have to foul yet. Timeout Chris Lindwall. He has 1 remaining with 54 seconds left. You don't need to foul yet. You just need to get the stop.
Yeah, and they have a foul to give, Aiden, right? So we just talked about this. Be aggressive. Make the ref make a call. You have one to give before they're in the bonus. Can't let too much time run off this clock here.
The 4-seed Falcons in trouble at home. Winner advances to the semis. They'll take on either Ridgefield or Ward for a spot in the final. And what a stacked group that is headed to the semis. Either Ludlowe or St. Joe's, Ridgefield or Ward, Danbury and Trumbull. That is some of the best talent in the state.
Oh, no doubt. You're talking about 6 of really the top 20 teams in the state right there, Aiden. So it's definitely no coincidence that it's going to come down to the end. Again, no issue there, right? They have fouls to give. Be aggressive. You don't want too much time going off.
Second on Juliet. They only have 1 more foul before St. Joe's starts to shoot.
And St. Joe's hasn't shot the ball terribly well, so fouling wouldn't be the worst thing. And they foul her, right? It seems like they intentionally want to put her on the line.
Yep. So both teams go into the bonus. Ludlowe is in the double bonus. 7 fouls on the Falcons, 10 on the Cadets. Neither team has any more fouls to give. You could see Juliet almost swiped it away on the inbound over here.
Yeah, critical. Everyone's
close.
boxing out here, Aiden. It's a 1-and-1.
That first is good. It's the second one that matters the most.
And she looked really calm on that first one, Aiden.
Second foul shot coming. Those are 2 huge shots. They got to move down by 4. Timeout. Smart one. Kinsley has 2 left.
Yeah, you can't take them home at this point, Aiden, right? So down 4, draw up something you like, get a good shot. You know, time is not an issue right now, but it's a factor. So 47 seconds left. They need a basket quickly. Gonna foul again, make them make more foul shots. And now you gotta think about extending the game with your fouls. Right, so use your fouls, send them to the line. First thing first, though, Aiden, we got to get a basket.
47 seconds left and a 4-point lead for St. Joe's. They've led wall to wall here in the second half. Basically, ever since the end of the first, it has been all cadets. Ludlowe has played catch-up all afternoon.
Yeah, you're right. Since that first period, St. Joe's has been in charge. You know, to their credit, Aiden, Ludlowe has been pressing. They have not relinquished the lead, St. Joe's. I would look, if they're going to play a man here, Aiden, look for someone to be extending toward the hoop. Smart play by St. Joe's to kind of back up. This was going to result in a layup, Aiden, if they were tight on him.
47 seconds left. St. Joe's, the smart decision, just drop back, let him score. Summers has to get a move. Couldn't find it. Roman for Heron, the layup is good. 35 seconds left. How long do they wait to foul? They immediately do, and it's going to be a 3rd, maybe a 4th on Summers.
And now this girl just knocked 2 down nice and calmly, Aiden.
Yeah, she's not the one you want to send to the line.
Right, 1-1, still pressure situation though. She's going to have to do it again.
That's the 4th on Summers. She has none left.
Yeah, what a game she's played. They need her to stay in here, Aiden.
First is good. Again, it's the second one that counts. 35-32. Second shot from the junior Kaylee Carson. This one she misses, but they got the rebound.
That's a killer, Aiden. That is a killer.
They got a foul again with 27 seconds.
That hurts. I got what they wanted, the miss. That rebound is so important. Gives her a chance to go to the line again for a 1-1. And that's big, Aiden. Going to be difficult now.
That's off. Got to move. 25 seconds left. Buscher tries the 3. Off. Roman kept it alive. Chased down.
Travel. Absolutely.
She was trying to call the timeout.
Slide, Aiden.
Yep.
Oh, they got a good look right there for Juliet.
A quick one, and that was her shot.
Absolutely it was. Got her in the corner where we've seen her knocking those down all season long. She got a good look. So you live with that. Need another now. Quick bucket, Aiden. Down 4. Still plenty of time, especially if they can get a quick basket. The one thing I like, though, here, Aiden, is you got to use your timeouts wisely because after a made basket, the clock's going to keep running. So I like using that timeout to stop the clock and allowing you to set up your press. Right, so they only have 1 left. They need a quick basket, and they got to use that timeout. Can't just let time run off this clock.
Chris Linwall without the mask in the timeout. Surprised they haven't said something.
Yeah, man, I think at this point, you know, game 14, these kids have been around, these coaches have been around each other for so long.
Yeah.
I don't know.
18 seconds. Gotta move. Heron the inbounder. They free up Summers. Torello the 3. It goes off. Rebound to the Cadets, and that may end it.
I think it will end it, Aiden. Very hard to get 2 possessions with 11 seconds. Aiden, I'm absolutely crushed right here. It's been an amazing run for these girls. This 11 seconds will be the longest of my young adult life.
Free throws don't matter so much now. Second one is off. They got to move. 11 seconds left. Torello for three. Off. Summers rebound. Back up. Missed it. And that's going to do it. St. Joe's marching on to the semifinals.
Yeah, good for them, Aiden. They played a terrific game. So did Ludlowe. No one should be hanging their heads. Game could have went either way. 4-5 matchup. Nice game by the St. Joe's. Give them credit. They fought.
And the Falcons just in disbelief. Credit to the Cadets. They played so well today. And it really came down to them locking down the three-point shooters.
Yeah,
their bigs played well. They locked everybody down in the first half, and that made all the difference.
Yeah, and Ludlowe had some opportunities. They had good looks. They were getting the ball inside effectively. You know, Madison had foul trouble. You could do all the game planning you want, but once those fouls start happening, the game plan goes out the door. You saw the difference Madison made in that second half, how critical she is to this game, to this team. It's just a hard moment, Aiden. These seniors meant a lot to me. You really added to the enjoyment of all this. It's been tough, Aiden.
And it certainly has. I don't know if either one of us are ready to say goodbye. But it's been such a pleasure doing these games with you.
Oh, please. What I mean, the amount of joy you've brought me. Who would have thought you could have added more joy to these games, Aiden? And I mean it, you have. You're a special person, believe me when I tell you. I'm going to miss you more than you know.
Well, we better get off the air before we stay on for too long. But it's been so much fun, and for those that have let us into their homes and into their lives the past 4 years, no matter where we are or where this team is, we want to thank you so much. And best of luck to the St. Joe's team in the semis. They certainly could give Ridgefield a good little run for their money. And
they will. They're talented, no doubt. Well coached. It's a toss-up game, Aiden. Anyone could have won it. And credit St. Joe's.
So for one final time for Scott Torello and our entire crew, I'm Aiden Blank. Have a great rest of your night. The St. Joe's Cadets marching on to the FCIAC semifinals. There's really nothing else to say other than thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Aiden.